And we just put what we call John's Torah in the ark.
Not really. Just close, but not really. Differently.
Hey, hey, I don't know. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, hey, dan, da, ba, boom. Diddy-dum, dai, 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 do. Try that with me. Hey, 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 I don't. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 I don't. Diddy-dum, dai, 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 do. Beautiful again. Hi, rai, 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 no. Hi, rai, 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 no. Hi, rai, 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 no. Tridam, dai, nam, oh. Next part, listen. Hi, 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 I don't know. Hi, 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 hi. Try that. Hi, 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 no. Hi, 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 no. Beautiful. Now we. Hi, da, 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 do. Diddy-dum, da, 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 do. Hi, da, 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 do. Diddy-dum, da. That whole second part together. Hi, 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 do. Hi, 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 oh. Hi, 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 do. Diddy-dum, di, 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 di. One more time. Hi, 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 do. Hi, 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 from the beginning, try to keep the rhythm with us. Diddy-dum,
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing is to welcome Shabbat in community. Shabbat filled with the voices of the community, with voices that come from far away to accompany us, almost as the Neshama Yetera, as the additional soul that accompany us throughout every single Shabbos of our lives. And what a wonderful thing is to welcome Shabbat, knowing that the support of the community and the presence of community is with us in many, many different ways and in many beautiful ways. Jerry's is thanks to you and the Macintosh scholar in residence, visiting a musician in residence, that we can have access to this opportunity to welcome Shabbat in a different way, to fill the Shabbat with beautiful sounds, and to make sure that the sounds of our voices, and hopefully of our souls, come into this space.
Hey, la la no. Hey, la la no. Hey, la la no. Hey, la la no. Hey, We're going to come back to that nigun, so don't forget it.
We'll now open our Sidurim on page 120 for Adlakat Nirot, for lighting the candles of Shabbat. We would love to invite Ruth and Pia.
And if you've
To light
never
Shabbos
worshipped
candles.
with us before, please note that these are on the blue bracketed numbers.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Shabbat
Help
Shalom.
us perfect our ways of loving and caring, and inspire us to make ourselves whole, so that we may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace.
We'll now turn our Sidurim to page 130.
So as we begin our tefillah, I want to share that one of the things we'll be doing together throughout the Shabbat is singing nigonim, or nigunim. The word nigun has the same linguistic root as the word menagen, which means to play music. So you might notice that I'm actually not holding an instrument, I'm not leading songs with instruments, because in many ways the nigun, just the melody, can capture every single musical possibility and sound, and every single person in this room has the potential to be part of creating that melody. A teacher of mine once told me that it takes us singing a niguna melody 13 times in order to really know it. So I don't think we're going to sing any of these 13 times throughout Shabbat, but we're going to sing them enough that hopefully they'll get into our kishkas, into our souls, into our bones. So we're going to learn one of those nigunim right now and go right into L'chun Ranana, singing it on page 130. Join me. נקדמה פנה בתודה בזמירו נריה לו. Can you all try those oohs? Ooh, beautiful. Keep that ooh going. Ooh, yes. כי אל גדול אדוני ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ ותועפות הימלוך.
On page 132, אדוני מלאכת אל הארץ, ישמחו יהים רעבים, אור שרו על הצדיק ולשרי לב שמחה. A light is sown to the righteous, a path of joy, of simcha, for those that find their ways through mitzvot, through the ways of our tradition. We teach that every single psalm, that every single poem in our Siddur is like a step in a stairway that brings us into a palace on time, a palace in which we recognize and transform this Friday night into a night of Shabbat. The word sambru, lesamer, is to sing, but also can be read as the trimming of trees, the cutting off the things that we shouldn't carry. So as we sing each of these verses, each of these melodies, each of these nigunim, we get closer to entering this palace on time, of transforming this Friday night into an Erev Shabbat. I invite you to recognize, to think about the things that you need to trim off, to let go, in order to be able to access. Page 134. Page 136. It's more David, Psalm 29.
lebo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom.
Page 138. So that first nigun that we sang together at the very beginning of the tefillah, if we can even remember that long ago. We've sang so many beautiful things already. Does anybody remember how it started? It's a pop quiz. No, you don't, because we haven't sung it 13 times yet. But going a little deeper into that 13 times, it's 13 times we need to sing it before you all would be able to start it on your own. But more like 7 or 8 times before you might be able to start the second section on your own. The second section of most nigunim starts off high because it's the heart opener section. As we sing nigunim, we climb higher and higher and higher on the ladder of song until we get closer and closer and closer to the heavens, the second section. So we're going to start together right now on the second section to get ourselves a little bit closer to knowing this nigun. So, you remember. One more time. Shamor vezachor bedibor echad hishrianu el meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'eliti la hirir elai u'elechadodi Likrat gala penei Shabbat ne'egavela lechadodi Likrat gala penei Shabbat ne'egavela Likrat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha ki Mirosh mekedem netzorcha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila lechadodi Likrat gala penei Shabbat ne'egavela lechadodi Likrat gala penei Shabbat ne'egavela Hitoreri, kiva orech kundi ori, shidaberi, kevod Adonai Alai
לקראת קבלה, פני שבת ואקבלה.
לא תבושי, לא תבושי ולא תתקרבי, מה תשתוכחי ומתאמי, ואך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה ירדתי לאור.
לך דודי לקראת קבלה, פני שבת ואקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קבלה, פני שבת ואקבלה. היי די 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 די, היי די 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 די, היי די 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 די, היי די 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 די.
בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני המסגולה. בואי החלם, שבת המלכה ירירי,
לך דודי לקראת קבלה, פני שבת ואקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קבלה, פני שבת ואקבלה.
Shabbos.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות.
Yitkara v'yitkara shemei Rabba. Amen. Hadivrach yirtevem lekmakudei v'kayekon uvyamekon uvhayedek b'beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvisman kari ve'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olam ve'almaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudisha le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tush be'ata v'yekemata damiran me'ama ve'imru
Now turn our Sidurim, page 146 for Baruch. Please rise. Yadai, 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 את אדוני, ידעי, די, 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 המבורך. ברוך אדוני, המבורך, לעולם ועד.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opening the gates, thoughtfully altering the time and changing the seasons, who arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, God, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Mariv Aravim. Havat olam beit Yisrael amcha havta. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel, teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם.
באמת, מול הכל צודק קיים עלינו, כי אדוני אלוהינו, ואין זולתו ואנחנו ישראל עמו. We continue with a silent reading over page 156. Page 158. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, o mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nora teilot hoseifer mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nora teilot hoseifer malchotecha ra'ov anecha bokeh ayam lifnei Moshe Miriam zeiri hanu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed Adonai et Yaakov, וגלום יתחזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני
160.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmon teitenu, uvoenu, lechayim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmon teitenu, uvoenu, lechayim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, Behamitenu shomreinu lechayim.
Baruch atah Adonai, por eso Shabbat Shalom Aleinu ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, and all your people Israel, and over the holy city, the city of Shalom, Yerushalayim.
We turn to page 162 for Vishamru, and as we learn this nigun and sing it together, I'm actually going to ask if we could all stand if we're able for this one. So it's interesting. Different communities have different customs of standing or sitting during Kiddush, when we make Kiddush on Friday night. Different communities have different customs for standing or sitting during Vishamru. And I just want to draw our attention to the fact that Vishamru comes from Torah. There's a beautiful moment in Torah where we declare our oneness as people, and how do we mark our identity as Jewish people? Through the practice of Shabbat, right? It's this moment where we're saying, we're sort of claiming our covenant, and that part of the deal of our covenant is engaging in the beauty of Shabbat. And but if that isn't so beautiful, that this covenant requires of us, that our end of the deal is to rest and delight, oneg, that is how we keep our end of the deal with the divine and with community, is to say, we are going to keep Shabbat holy. What a magnificent and beautiful moment. So in kavod of that covenant, of that brit, we'll learn this nigun together and sing Vishamru. Try this. Shabbat לדורותם אגרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
While standing, we will now turn our sibling to page 164, Antorch Yerushalayim, our eternal capital, our eternal symbol for center, as we ask to find center within our hearts. Adonai שפתי תפתח, ופי יגיד תהילתך. Continue תפילת עמידה in silence. That's עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל
moment in our service to acknowledge, to sing for, as well as pray for those who are in need of healing, whether that be of spirit or of body. I invite you to share, as my gaze goes around the room, the names aloud of those who you're keeping in your hearts. Shalom ben Daniel.
Gail Frankel, Scott Van Gundy, Dave Stahl, Greg Herb, Margaret McGuan, Carol Rosenberg, June Chapman, Batya Peters, Rich DeBridger, Sandra Goldberger, Elise Musin, Kevin and Denise Pringle, Avner Ben Aharon, Ruth Murad, Robin Leiter, Diane Siegel, Adrian Serta, Gail Long, Judy Sutton, Nadia Fachinova, Bob Schill, Ellen Kashik, David Tuttleman, Carl Burns, Richard Ravitch, Bernice Paris, Larry Johnson, Tracy Tubb, Connor Aird, Lelaine Murad, Anna Dolinsky, Bernard Zeldow, Lance Valtz.
Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna, Anna Elna Ravana La. Oh, Anna Elna Ravana La. Oh, Anna Elna Ravana La. Oh, Anna Elna Ravana La. Anna Elna, Anna
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
First off, I just want to say what an incredible honor it is to be spending Shabbat with you. Thank you so much for having me and welcoming me so warmly into your community. I just want to briefly share a little vignette from the Talmud that paints the picture of a prayer and a prayer leader who is having a little bit of a prayer identity crisis. So we see a picture of the great Rabbi Akiva, and if you've ever studied any Talmud, the name Rabbi Akiva might be a little familiar to you. Rabbi Akiva is one of the greatest sages in our tradition, hugely respected. And the story goes that when Rabbi Akiva would pray with the community and would lead the community, he would shorten his prayer and pray as quickly as possible and keep it as, chick-chock and contained as possible so as to not be, the text says, an encumbrance upon the community. Does not want to be a burden, does not want to drag it on too long. So he really keeps it short and sweet. But the Midrash goes on, when he would pray by himself, so lost in prayer would he get that he would be starting at one part of the Beit Midrash, one part of the study hall, the sanctuary, and at the end of his prayer, his students would find him in a different part of the Beit Midrash, and he would be bowing and going up and down. So lost in his own tefillah would he be when he was alone. That's the Midrash, that's the story. So there are a few interpretations to this Midrash. One, the most kind of popular interpretation is wow, this is a picture of humble leadership, that such a priority the community was for Rabbi Akiva that he would, kind of squash down his own spiritual needs for the sake of the kahal, for the sake of the broader community in his prayer. There's another interpretation that this is actually a way to send the message that it's actually really a shame when leaders don't show their full selves to their community, that by not praying in a way that was authentic to him, his community was actually really missing out on a potential spiritual experience that they themselves could have, missing out on knowing the actual depth of kavana, the depth of intention their great teacher had, that it was really a disservice to the community. That's another interpretation. But in this Shabbat, where we're going on a journey together through song, I want to offer one more intention. Got to add one more. And my thought on this is that in some ways, song is the actual tool in which we might be able to bridge the gap between these two prayer postures, these two identities. That on one side we have quick, to the point, truncated, boundaried prayer. And on the other side we have extreme prayer that knows no bounds. Song can serve as a container to hold them both. Through song we can unlock the depths of our kavana. Through our voices, through the harmonies around us, through connecting with one another, we can pour out our prayers through song. We can tap into a little bit of that wandering around the Beit Midrash posture. But songs have forms, and songs have endings, believe it or not. And songs have journeys, and songs have boundaries, and songs are containers. So I'd like us to set an intention together as we journey through Shabbat. And again, thank you so much for having me. It's just, it's a real treat. That we see the tool of nagonim and the tool of song as a way to both pour out our prayers and also hold the fire of our prayers and hold one another. So with that, we'll turn to Aleinu, which is on page 586. It's 587.
We will invite all our friends that are under the age of bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah or b'nai mitzvah to open the ark with us.
Come on up, friends.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת תודה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום להשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת עינו. כתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם בארץ. We're in the middle of page 590. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. We're working on that.
That's a good one.
At this point of our service, we take a moment to acknowledge mourners among our community. If you are during the first 7 days of mourning Shiva, please rise. If you are during the cycle of the first 30 days of mourning Shloshim, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. Diane. If you are during the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise and share with us who you are remembering. Okay. If you have a yahrzeit this week, the anniversary of someone's passing by this time of the year in years past, please rise and share with us who are remembering.
My husband, Dan Knight.
The year.
My grandfather, Miles Cunningham. The congregation offers our condolences to Hillary Roberts Grants on the death of her brother, our member Bruce Roberts. Remember loved ones whom death has taken from us during this past year: David Sherman, Alfreda Massman, Eleanor Kaufman, Sally Small, Rabbi Jerry Levy, Judith Schwartz, David Benke, Dr. Steve Taub, Louis Dick, Sung Nguyen, Diane Kelmis, Gary Bronstein, Ilya Rabinovich, Bonnie Epstein, Mahin Bahun Sinai, Guy Iluz, Mark Ellen Grubbs, Connie Shine, Rosemarie McGuan, Stanley Rich, Sandy Bame, Jerry Levy, Rosalie Berkowitz, Adrian Friedman, Tripp Richardson, Eleanor Hill, Daniel Knipe, Sandra Koff, Yanoroso Benito, Marcel Cunningham, Madeline Salzman, Kevin Scott, Robert Kilgore, Dahlia Schneider, Michael Pleiner, Joyce Levine, Shirley Israel, Thelma Turner, Marilyn Graben, Alan Feigen, Jonah Anschel, Sharon Lowenbrown, Sheila Bamberger, Dr. Grace Deutsch, Clarissa Glotzer, Stephen Bornstein, Richard Kennemer, Ethel Schenker, Varda Satki, and those who died during this season in years past: Bella Goldman, Carl Hartman, Elsa Leiter-Keen, Ethel Levinson, Gloria Wax, Hannah Wittich, Harry Laub, Henry Lipsy, Heshmat Babajanian, Howard Lee Schiff, Kathy Edwards, Colette Kaplowitz, Marie Levitt, Miles Cunningham, Seymour Abrams, Seymour Wohl, Vanya Ajanovich, Zane Levitt.
You can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your voices or your hearts. For Kaddish Avelim, Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. גדל בהתקדש, שמי רבה, ועלמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי בכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יאה שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמיה, יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר, ויתרומם, ויתנשא, ויתהדר, ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי קודשה, בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, ואמירם בעלמה, ואמרו, אמן. יאה שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו, אמן. May the memories of your dear ones be always a blessing. יהי זכרם ברוך. You may be seated.
It's my pleasure to invite up Susan Levin to share with us some announcements. And Susan, I have it so you can read it a little bigger.
Thank you, Mark. I don't know about you, but I don't want this night to end at all. I just feel like we've just dipped our toes in, and so luckily, Rabbi Deborah is going to be here all this weekend. Rabbi's going to let me talk as long as I want to. You know?
I promise this time I'm not turning off your microphone.
He does. He puts the hook. He puts the hook. So you had to have been there. Tomorrow morning, she'll be here for morning services after Torah study, so 10 o'clock. And then, I'm not sure what this is, but leading a musical workshop at lunchtime after services tomorrow. And then on Havdalah, a concert in the evening. So we'll have 3 more opportunities to worship in community with Rabbi. And from the sublime to the ridiculous, maybe, I don't know, on Sunday, I can't say
Shulper Bowl.
Thank you so much. Shulper Bowl here, and I've cut the cord, so I can't watch it at home, so maybe you'll see me here. That's going to start 3 o'clock. And then there's something that's newish that I wanted to tell you about, and you can talk to Ruth after services. But starting on the 25th, we're going to be hosting a group of the Braid. And so what that is that they put out a call for writers to write on a subject, then cull those and pick a really good subject. And then they have actors, people who are in equity, I mean good actors, do readings. And I'm going to tell you, I've gone for many years, used to be up in Palo Alto, and now we're having all 3 sessions down here at Shir Hadash, and it's fabulous. So do talk to Ruth, she'll tell you more about it, or Linda Allen is the big mover of that, and you'll really enjoy it, like huge, huge, huge. So lots more to consider. I don't know. Is there anything I've left out, Cantor? I don't know. Tat Shabbat tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, there's also a Tat Shabbat for our younger members of our community.
Okay. Anybody else have anything on it?
Just to note, a couple things, that next weekend, Rabbi Michael is off with our teens to do some service projects in Arizona. And so we want to wish them a safe trip because Rabbi Michael will not be with us next Shabbat. And then the day after Shabbat ends, a number of our community will be going off to Israel on a mission both from Shir Hadash as well as within the community, and we wish them safe travels as well.
Susan is coming to the mission.
And Susan is coming on the mission, right?
I'm going to give you a microphone,
and coming up, there's the one thing, coming up is the
I'm ready for Kiddush.
Okay, you could read that one. You could do that.
What am I reading?
The B'nai Mitzvah of
Okay. So the adult B'nai Mitzvah Shabbat dinner, and next Shabbat, the B'nai Mitzvah of Molly Grodzinski and Sophie Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah, it was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Susan. We will now turn our screen to page 122 for Kiddush. Please rise. And Rabbi, you were speaking a little bit earlier about some place you come from and places where you have had the opportunity to study, and that reminded me, I know it sounds weird, of a nigun for Vayichulu. We never did it, but it's from my childhood, from that neighborhood. So let's try a nigun. An additional nigun. It's pretty simple. It goes like this. Everybody boker yom hashishi. ויחולו השמיים והארץ בכל צבאם, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. וחברותיי, שאי לחיים, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ברצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה ולאישית יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים קיבלנו לך אתה ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. And as we are finishing our time of this time of prayer, this time of tefillah together, we make sure that we share blessings with each other. So we make sure that we don't stand alone. If you are alone tonight, make sure that you make eye contact with someone, then you stand next to someone. If your family is with you, make sure that your family comes to stand with you. Mine is here. And make sure that your family comes to stand with you. We recognize all the joys, all the things that we bring into this world in Shabbat, and we acknowledge our creations. We acknowledge what we are bringing together into the world. As we say to our beloved ones, Yasimchem Elohim, Kefraim Bekemenashe, Kesar Rivka Rachel Be'elea. May God inspire you to be like the loving parents of the house of Israel. And we say to all of you, Ebrechechem Adonai, Beish Merechem. May God bless you and protect you. Yair Adonai panav elechem v'yichunekem. May God's light shine upon you and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elechem. May you find within you God's presence always. And may you find your way to pray, to speak with God, to connect with the deep meaning of this world, your structure. May you find your boundless spaces, and also the limitations that you need to create in order to find yourself, to find your words, to find your voice. And may God bless you, all of us, with the most beautiful gift that God can give to us, which is its shalom, its peace. וישם לכם שלום. אדוני עוש לעמיו ייתן. אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. שבת שלום, שבת שלום, ומבורך everybody.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.